My dog, he's never had a name. We got him when he was 6 months old. A big, goofy, clumsy Saint Burner. From the first day he came home, he was all about food and belly rubs, but despite all the love we gave him, he never got a name. I asked my wife why, and she said that she wanted to wait until he calmed down a bit, that she didn't want to name him until she knew his personality. Now, I thought that was a load of BS. You can name a dog anything. It doesn't matter if he's calm or not. What matters is that you give him lots of love and treats. But as the years went by, my wife stuck to her guns. She kept calling him hey or get over here, and eventually those became his names. I mean, they weren't great names, but it wasn't like he answered to anything else. Then one day, while walking him in the park, this little girl came up to him and asked him, "What's your name?" Of course, he didn't answer because he couldn't talk. But the girl wasn't deterred. She kept asking him, "What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?" Then, out of nowhere, he barked once, and the girl screamed. I felt so bad for the kid, but I told her that it was okay, that he just didn't like when people got too close to his face. And that's when I noticed something strange. After he barked at the girl, he stopped and looked around like he was listening for something. So I bent down next to him and whispered, "What did you just say?" Then he did it again. He barked once and looked around like he was listening for a reply. Now, I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, it was cute that he tried to talk, and so I started playing with him, making him bark at different times, and then whispering, "What did you just say?" Well, after a while, he started to figure out what I was doing, and he seemed to enjoy it. From then on, every time we went to the park, the same thing happened. Some kid would come up to him, ask him his name, and then he'd debarked once and look around like he was waiting for an answer. Then I'd kneel down next to him and say, "What did you just say?" And he'd bark again, like he was correcting me. That went on for months. But then one day while we were at the park, this guy comes up to us and introduces himself. He said he was a dog whisperer. Yeah, that's really his name. And he said he could teach us how to communicate with our dog. So I told him about the whole name thing and how our dog only barked once when he tried to talk. And the dog whisperer just smiled and said that he already knew that. Then he took a hold of our dog and started whispering in his ear. At first, nothing happened, but then our dog started barking. At first it was 2 barks, then 3, then 4. When the dog whisperer stopped, our dog looked at him and barked 5 times. And then the dog whisperer started and again, barking, and this time our dog replied with 6 barks. They kept going back and forth like that, and the more I watched, the more I realized that our dog actually did have a name. He had never said it before because he had never met anyone who spoke dog, you see? The way it works with dogs is that they only speak in barks. Every bark has a different meaning, and it's all about tone and body language. So if you listen to a dog and watch his body language, you can learn to understand him. But most people don't take the time to learn dog. All they do is punish a dog for barking. They don't realize that a dog barks for many reasons. He barks when he's happy, when he's scared, when he's hungry, when he wants to play. A dog barks to tell you how he feels, and all you have to do is listen. The dog whisperer told us that our dog was trying to tell us something very important. He was trying to tell us his name. So I asked him what it was, and he replied, "Bio." He said that's what the dog wanted to be called. Bio. Well, I thought it was a perfect name. It was short and easy to remember. So from that day on, we called him Bio. And do you know what? He loved it. In fact, he was so happy that he finally had a name. He would run around the yard barking and nipping at our heels. He was the happiest dog in the world, and I was the happiest owner, because now I knew what he was trying to tell me, and all it took was a little understanding. See, dogs are a lot like kids. They need love, they need attention, and most of all, they need a name. That's how you build trust and understanding. If you take the time to learn their language, they'll love you forever.